Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. It's sad that we live in a time which is basically the age of mind control, mind you. Well, we live in a time where I have to explain to you all that I have a right to be angry, especially when I'm right about what I'm angry about. And people have no viable counterargument. But on top of that, there's people in the news, like, I believe he's the Prime Minister of Canada, Carney, who says that people should harness their anger against Donald Trump. And that includes people in America, harnessing their anger against the president. And he's right to say that. Anger can be a driving force, a powerful driving force. Governor Pritzker saying that he's feeling contemptuous. He's showing contempt, showing a deep-seated hatred, feeling scornful, showing a deep disapproval and anger. He said it on MSNBC. You see Bernie Sanders looking angry. AOC. But there are people who would argue that if I get angry, especially if I scream in my own room in the middle of nowhere, on 15 acres of land in unincorporated Morgan Hill, small town of 40,000 people living in the unincorporated area, that I must be drugged or something. It doesn't matter if I scream that I want to kill people, as long as I'm not threatening anybody. But we live in a time where they don't understand that. And I've been arguing with the state and the system about this for many years. They've backed off the mental health angle, especially when I came out with countless witnesses, when I came out with some of these people who were associated with mental health, when I came out with the tests that I took that showed that the closest thing to a diagnostic test they have, mind you, that show that I don't have any mental illnesses. They backed off. Okay. But they did not back off the covert drugging, trying to reduce my anger, my ability to get angry, which also affected my speech. They're fuming me and poisoning me. So I have a right to my freedom of speech. I have a right to get angry. I'm 43 years old. I'm going to be 44 this year, in a couple months. If I'm still alive, my flesh is still alive. Okay, and I have no criminal record. I have a right to get angry and to harness that anger to do what's right. I have a right to prove everyone else wrong, especially because I'm obviously more intelligent than they are. And I have a right to highlight the fact that I, as the son of 2 doctors, 1 a brain surgeon, as the top martial artist, and that's harder to be than the top brain surgeon, and the top scientist, etc., the top martial artist ever possible, I have a right to prove definitively that I'm smarter than other people, that I'm more spiritual than other people, that I'm more deserving of a leadership role, etc. I have that right. Who do these people think they are? Fuming me and poisoning me. Because it's a matter of who they think they are, not who they actually are. In reality, they are not above the top martial artists ever possible. All the presidents that ever lived put together are not above the top martial artists ever possible. Only in your psychological construct, if that. Nobody is equal or above me. I am the top martial artist ever possible. I have the right to say that I am superior. Superman has superpowers, right? And they're superimposed on the top martial arts. That's why it's called superimposed. Supernatural, superpowers, superimposed. Superimposed. They've superimposed that on me. Look it up. Horus, the top martial artist, the archetype of Pharaoh, a god of war, martial arts, vengeance, the Skywalker. Superman is based on him, and Horus is based on me. The archetype of the ideal man in a universal culture, not like Rome, which was Eurocentric, or Greece, which was Eurocentric, but Egypt, which was multicultural. and the pharaohs ruling over a multicultural land were Horus pharaohs in the beginning. The archetype of the ideal man. And I have a right to be angry that attractive women aren't smart enough to value me. I have that right. Thank you.